still eat me.
My hands about here. She was in.
Alright. Hoodie. No hoodie. That's how I'm no hoodie. Oh, I'm a good looking ass nigga.
Okay.
I think your mom was calling me good looking. Wow. She was saying she liked my beard.
I don't think that's what she was saying.
No. Like, ain't no way.
Ain't no way. I know it.
I'm just ugly, huh?
Yeah.
You bitch ass nigga. Anyway. 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to another episode, The Space in Between. You know what I'm saying? Once again, this is season 2, episode 2. Mm-hmm. If you ain't heard or seen the previous episode, click the link. Mm-hmm. You can go listen to the audio version, and the video version just dropped, so y'all go check it out. If you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, comment, all that. You know what's going down. Support the cause, support the movement. But hey, let's hop in the second episode. You know
hop in the group, go crazy.
You know you got your boy A-Dub, a.k.a. Anthony. I'm with my co-host.
Donovan, a.k.a. Dono, on the scene.
Just to let everybody know, it is
late.
11:34.
And it might not sound like that's late, but we college students, and it's a Wednesday.
It's been a long day.
And already a long week, so comparatively, it's probably like 5 o'clock.
What was your day like?
I ain't gonna lie. I woke up at 2 today. And then when I woke up at 2, I went to campus to get work done. And then I had I ain't gonna lie, I ain't stopped doing work. I filled out the whole thing for the retreat today. I got the whole itinerary. I got did a bunch of other things with school before that. Then we had basketball practice, and now we're here. What was your day like, bro? Go ahead. Welcome to your day.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I've been up since 7 o'clock in the morning. What? No cap. I got an 8 a.m. on Wednesdays. So I gotta get up at 7 because I stay off campus and drive my way there. So I've been at school since 7:30. I stayed to do some work, get some work done, and then I had a meeting for my job. And that's what
Tell me what your job is, bro. Tell me what your job is. Tell me what your day job is.
They ain't gotta know all that. They ain't gotta know all that. But yeah, my day job. And then I was gonna come home at 5:30 and record this podcast. But somebody had basketball practice. So it kinda fucked that up. You feel me?
Who's mans?
Yeah.
Who's mans?
So therefore, I stayed for these niggas basketball practice because, you know, I'm a supporter friend.
Nobody asked him to do that.
You know what I mean? I'm a supporter friend.
Nobody asked him to do that.
So that's the type of treatment I get for supporting, though. You know
I mean, I appreciated you being there until you go get on the podcast and then start telling everybody that you was forced to come.
I'm just saying. I ain't say I was forced to come. I'm just saying. I might as well have been there. Says you was going to. Anyway, I'm telling my story.
I ain't want to be on podcast.
So, I was there for another couple hours. These niggas ain't finished practice till 9:30, 10 o'clock. So, I don't know. But yeah. So yeah, I've been at school since 7:30 and I ain't leave till 10. And now I'm here recording this podcast for you niggas. All because, you know.
Love y'all. Appreciate y'all.
I can't say that. I fuck with y'all.
We love y'all. We appreciate y'all.
Y'all niggas cool. Y'all cool, whatever. But let's dive into the topic. So today we came up with the topic of getting over somebody, and it could be relationship wise between a significant other, It could be relationship wise as a friend, or it could be relationship wise as in like somebody that just like did something significant in your life. You feel me? Even if it was for a short period of time.
Like basically transition out of an interpersonal relationship y'all had with somebody. Just to how to deal with that transition from being with them or having them in your life to then going into them not being in your life no more.
Yeah.
Especially somebody that they had a pretty solid like place in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like a pretty solid spot. I don't say roster. Like a spot on your they took up my that's late, bro. They took up headspace. That's the word. They took up a lot of headspace. Yeah.
Yeah. So y'all know how we like doing it on this podcast. We speak about life as we know it. Not as others, you know, if they don't let us. So I guess we could chop it up about our own experiences.
Yeah, I think it'd be a pretty good idea, bro.
Our own
I
experiences.
don't really have any like immediately recollectible ones, so what you got?
So getting over somebody, that's it's kind of tough to do, because before you could try to get over somebody, you gotta know that you need to get over them, in a sense. Like, you need to know, like, you need to realize that they have a tie to you. And sometimes, I wouldn't say it's hard to realize that, but it's hard to believe it. You know what I mean? You're going to go a while and through life, you like, it didn't work out, blah, blah, blah. It is what it is. And you're going to keep going with your life. Mm. And then months going to pass by, years, weeks, days, depending on who you is. You know what I mean? And you just going to be sitting there wondering, like, why you feel different? Why you acting different? Why you talking different? Or, like, why I feel like something missing. Like, why is it a void? You know what I mean? Inside of you. And it's just like,
you can't change nothing that you're not aware of.
Facts.
You gotta taste. You gotta acknowledge what that feeling of loss is first. You gotta acknowledge you lost something first before you can start trying to figure out how to fill that hole, or you know, sometimes, unfortunately, to let it sit. Go ahead.
But realizing it could be a difficult journey, and accepting it is a difficult journey. But once you do, man, that shit gonna hit you like a truck. Not gonna lie, this shit gonna be hard.
Like a 40, 550.
I ain't gonna lie, 8 times out of 10, you might fuck around and try to double back instead of trying to fix it. You know what I mean? Cause like I said, you don't go however long, depending on who you are, not thinking about it. So you thought you got over it, and then once you realize that it was actually a problem and you never got over them, you think it's just like old feelings flaring back up. Yeah. So you thinking like, maybe I should spin a block. No, bro. You never got over her, or Shawty never got over him, depending on your preference, or whatever. But
or he didn't. Keep going.
So yeah, you never moved on from it. You know what I mean? So now you confused with the fact of you thinking that you should be spinning the block. And that's a dangerous game.
A lot of times the block shall not be spun.
You know what I mean? Nothing good comes from spinning the block. Spinning the block term is not even good.
Usually,
it didn't come from nothing good.
Like that. Sometimes someone said, "Damn, bro, should I spin the block?" Usually, I should set a red flag. Just be like, "No, bro, you don't need to spin the block. The reason that you have to spin the block is because you left the block." And that usually means you left the block for a good reason. You know, spinning the block is going back to a place that you left for a good reason. And being away from the block and then getting them feelings of like, I'm missing it. Or like, you know what I'm saying, like you start to forget the bad things through the time, and you just start to remember the good things about it. It brings you back to the block. It starts singing that siren song and it pulls you back. And then you start to remember, as you were suffering the consequences again, oh, this is why I left the block. And just going. It's a deadly cycle, bro. It's a deadly cycle.
And then half the time, like I said, you move on, you think you're getting over it, blah, 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 blah. Half the time, you think you spin the block as if you left the block, and you never did.
You been at the block the whole time?
You been on the block the whole time, bro. You just went 3 houses down. You on the same block.
You just on different streets.
But you know what I mean? You just went to a different house on the same block, and you was fucking with whoever it was in that house, and in that house next to it, and that house next to it. You know what I mean?
You really just turned the corner.
But you was fucking with the same type of people on that same block. You never left, bruh. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's what you was comfortable with. That's what you liked. That's what you fell for. That's just what it was. You know what I mean? But you don't realize it because you think, oh, this is a different person. Yeah, I'm good. I'm straight. I'm out. Damn.
Come
on. You know what I mean? I'm out of that. I'm out of that relationship.
Just that Captain
Crunch, bro. I ain't gonna lie. We had a little serious.
I was out on live a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Had a cool little session.
But yeah, back to the topic. Getting over somebody. Me personally, I have fell victim to what we're talking about right now.
If y'all were perceptive, you would have picked that up by now.
I fell for this one shawty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one shawty, she had me tied up and think about her a lot and fucking with her a lot. Like, regardless of what happened, I was like, real like, what's the word? I was like, hypnotized. You know what I mean? Like,
geeked.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I was real hypnotized about Shawty, and when it didn't work out, when it just didn't happen, you know what I mean? I was like, okay, cool. But in my case, it never started. So therefore, I was like, shit, it never started.
So really got to figure it out.
You know what I mean? Like, it's no reason that I would have to get over her because it never started. Like, why would I even have feelings to the point where I need to get over her, in a sense? You know what I mean? So I went on by my life, you feel me? I ran to another shorty, and that was not ideal. A couple of things happened with that, blew up in my face.
A little bit of what's the word? Lemon in the wound, lemon in the cut.
Yeah, it kind of blew up in my face, and then I called myself spinning the block. You know what I mean? I just fell back in the old girl hands. I just started talking to her again, and started falling back into my old ways. I started talking to these niggas. These niggas like, bruh. Not again. Not you out here. You know what I mean? They're like, bro, you was good. You stopped talking about it for like a month and a half. We thought it was done. Blase. And then me, myself, I was saying, yeah, for sure. I was over her. That was done. All I'm doing is spinning the block. And to my realization to this day right now, that's not what that was. I never left the block. You know what I mean? I went down the street.
Corner the whole time.
You feel me? I went down the street and I went to go chill at somebody else's house till her house got cooled down enough for me to walk back down the street. I never left the block. You know what I mean? I'm like, what's up, Stink?
Don't be like that.
I'm like, come on, let me in the house, bro.
Man, come
on, bro. Don't be like that. You already know how we get down, bro. Don't be like that. Let me back in.
Stop tripping, Stink. Open the door.
You know what I mean? So, that getting over somebody, bro, I'm telling you, it could be like real tricky, bro. Cause like I said, I was hypnotized. 9 times out of 10, the rest of you niggas are hypnotized. You know what I mean? And
you gotta recognize the fact that you are hypnotized first. Like that's the. Again, you can't change nothing you're not aware of, and you can't escape a prison you don't know you're in. So like, you can. I mean, people talk all the time into like some black people Be like, the whole Dr. Umar and the Coon shit that they don't even know is activated and all type of shit like that. Like, if you tweaked over somebody and you're not acknowledging it to yourself that you are, and that they have that much of a hold on you, and they have that much energy that they're taking from you, then you is just gonna consistently keep falling prey to the trap, and you consistently gonna stay on this block that you don't even know that you're on. Like, you can say, I'm finna spin the block, or I left the block, or in your head, like, you went to the Bahamas or some shit like that. Meanwhile, you just took a nap on the couch on the block and are dreaming that you're in the Bahamas or some shit. Like, you have to recognize you are on the block first before you can leave it. And that is probably one of the toughest parts, because of acknowledging that you're on it and then saying I have to leave it insinuates that all the things that come with the block, come with whatever the person that you are trying to get over with, is going to leave. And the bad thing's going to leave, but yes, but the good thing's going to leave too. And all the things, the reason that you came to it in the first place, like I said, that siren song. That siren song is very enticing. It draws you in to the shores. And then every time you get to the shore, you try to hop out the boat and climb on the island where the sirens are singing, you get ate up by the rocks. Every time. Never fails. It's just a whole repetitive process, except that you don't actually die when you fall prey. You just lose a part of yourself. And you just consistently keep losing more and more pieces. And then if you stick with it too long, you're going to lose so many pieces, you feel like you're never going to be able to get out of that block. You're never going to be able to get over this person. You gave too much to them. They had too much of your time. Too much memories made. Too many good times. They've done so many favors for you. They helped you through so many tough times and shit like that. You can't never leave. And little do you know, one, they probably could have gave you those bad times that they helped you through. Two, they could have put you in positions to when you needed their help. Like, the only reason you needed help is because they put you in danger. Like, you're being hypnotized. Like, that's just the whole thing. They just got this little pocket watch just dangling in front of your face this whole time. And you're trapped. You feel trapped. And that's why it would make it very difficult to get over somebody. Because then, say you make the decision to be like, okay, well, that's all just leading up to make a decision, okay, I gotta get out of here. I think you should speak on some parts of what is the process of once you say, okay, I gotta get out of here, of actually taking those steps to get out of there.
So, to take those type of steps, bro, like, honestly, you just gotta take a step back, reflect, think about you when you first got hypnotized and where you at right now. You feel me? You gotta think about when you first got hypnotized and where you at right now. And I'm not talking about what you doing in life. I'm not talking about what you accomplished. I'm talking about where you was mentally about her and where you are mentally about her right now, or him, depending on your preference. You know what I mean? And if you telling me it's the same and you still doing the same thing and you feeling more and more empty, oh, bruh, it's time to walk away. It's time to step. Pack your fucking bags, get in the car, Uber, taxi, your car, it don't matter, and I'm gonna need you to leave the neighborhood, my nigga. Not just the block. I'm gonna need you to leave the whole neighborhood. You know what I mean? And in order to do that, it's easier said than done. Nigga, I barely done figure this shit out my damn self. But
this nigga just called the Uber.
You feel me? You gotta like really sit there, and it's different from everybody. It's different for everybody. Mine's took to like somebody asking me like one question, like one direct question, and like it changed how I thought of shit, cause like it made me angry. You know what I mean? And I don't know if I ever said on this podcast, I don't like being angry. You feel me? That's some different shit for me. And it actually like scares a nigga. You feel me? So like when I get angry about shit, it make me realize a lot of shit if I'm angry about it. You know what I mean? I'm more like conscious of shit when I'm angry. So like it took one person like asking me a specific question. I shall not be, giving out that question because that was to me personally. It might not work for you, but that's just what triggered me.
They asked him if water was wet.
That's not what he.
Oh,
okay. But yeah, it made me angry and it made me realize that, bruh, you in the same mental state you was when you first realized that you felt for Shorty. When you finally realized you fell for her, when you finally realized you was hypnotized by the idea of being with her, you know what I mean? And when all that go down, and it's like, nigga, I'm with them same ideas. Like, these niggas is tired of me, like, you feel me? Like, saying the same shit for, like, the past, what, like, 7?
Past too long.
You feel me? Like months, you feel me? Like, I've been saying the same shit, like, over and over. Like, nigga, I will go talk about it for this period of time, and then I'll stop. And I'll come back. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I spin the block. I quote unquote spin the block. You know what I mean? And I done did it too many times. Then when he asked me that, and I start realizing all them times I did it and how all them times I was in the same place and it ended the same way, it made me angry. And when it made me angry, it made me really sit there and think about it. And when I sat there and I thought about it, I was like, say, bruh, if it was meant to happen, it would have happened. You feel me? And you keep going back all these times and nothing changed. So what we fighting for? You know what I mean? If the other end wanted it to happen, it would have happened. You feel me? And then when you sat down, I was like, bro, I'm not even realizing my worth. You know what I mean? Right. I'm not even realizing my worth. It's like, I know I'm good. You know what I mean? Not to like pat myself on the back or whatever.
I'll do it for you.
But you know, appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I know I'm a good guy. You feel me? At least I try to be. You know what I mean? I'm respectful in most cases.
This nigga a good guy.
I try to treat my women in my life good and everything, and take care of people I fuck with, and you feel me? Not saying like these are the things that I would want a woman to, but when I sat down and I thought about it, I got all these qualities, and I think about all these other different people that tried to come into my life, and I kind of just like push it to the side, unconsciously, you know, back in my head is because, you know what I'm saying, I'm not over this one girl, but I'm telling myself, I'm not ready to deal with a new one. I'm not ready to deal with somebody new, you know what I mean, and all that. When the whole time, I could have been moving forward, you feel me? Like he said, when you not realize you're not getting over nobody, you slowly losing yourself. You feel me? You get bits and pieces of yourself that you look back before you met that person, and it's like, I'm not even them no more. Mm-hmm. And it could be in a good way, and it could be in a bad way. Mm-hmm. But most out of 10 is really like you losing like your identity, yourself, and all that. And it can get real treacherous. You know what I mean? So when I take that step back, and I'm like, you know what I mean? I need to realize my worth. I'm better than that. You know what I mean? Like, I left my hand out there. If it was gonna be reciprocated, it would have got reciprocated. Like, why keep my hand hanging out there every time just to be disappointed over and over and over and over again? You know what I mean? It's like, at some point, bro, you gotta realize there's no other hand on that other side. You need to move that hand and go bring it somewhere else. You feel me?
Go put something else. Go do something else with that hand. At that point, you literally tying the hand behind your back. You're limiting yourself by doing that.
You're limiting yourself. You're not growing as a person like you're supposed to be. You literally supposed to, relationships literally supposed to either help you like entirely or just help you grow at that moment. But by you staying and not realizing that you need to get over a person, you're not growing. You're stationary. Like my man was saying, you're stationary. You're not going nowhere. You're not moving. Everything in the world just feel like it's moving and you just there. If you ever feel like you just there, but everything around you is moving forward, you need to take a step back.
The show goes on, my God.
Come on,
Don't
bro.
get stuck on a part of a movie and just stick with it. And just let everything else, let all the cast, all the things continue around you, because it's gonna keep moving. The earth gonna keep rotating. People around you gonna keep operating. The clock's gonna keep ticking. Like, you know, you gonna consistently get hungry. Like, the sun gonna come up and go down. Don't let yourself sit there and be stagnant over some shit that, if it's not moving, at that point you're kind of equating your position in life to the status of that relationship. Mm-hmm. If that status of that relationship is moving forward, then you're moving forward and you're doing good. If that status of the relationship is stagnant and it's not going nowhere, you're not going nowhere. If it's moving backwards, then you're moving backwards. That is putting the control and the whole, all of your energy, all of your intentions, all based on something outside of your control. Because then, half the time, when you have a relationship like this, you're letting the other person dictate it. You're letting them dictate when this, when your hand is out like this and you're just waiting, it's all up to them. All they have to do is give you a hand. If they want to sit there and wait this whole time, you're just going to sit there and have your hand waiting, being stagnant. And they want to turn around and say, no, you can't have my hand. You probably still going to sit here for a little while, wait for them to try to turn around and change their mind. And usually they don't ever take the hand. The hand never take it. It's just sitting there this whole time.
Sitting down.
You're sitting there just getting stale. Nothing is, you're just getting nothing from it. Relationships and everything should be an addition to your life. If you look back and you're going to lose things regardless. I think the entire world needs to get rid of this idea of losing things, the negative part. Change is losing stuff and gaining new things. That's literally what change just is. It's just some shit drops off and other things are added on in their place. So I'm not saying that losing things are bad, that change is nowhere near bad. Change is inevitable. Change is itself, I don't want to say inert, but it's neutral. There's nothing attached to it. If you look back and see that your change is negative and that you've been going backwards and you've been losing things and not been gaining anything positive in their place, then that's when you can realize your position again. See, I have to get out of here. And there's two parts that I wanted to touch on. One is having to realize, what is it that keeps you around this person? What is it that makes it difficult for you to let this person go? I don't want the answers to that question to be like, oh, I feel good when I'm around them, or they do this or they do that for me. It is what do they bring to you that you feel like you will be missing if they're not there? Is it the fact that they have affirmation? Do they make you feel proud of yourself? Is this person very attractive and they make you feel good about yourself because you feel like you accomplished something by getting them? Is it this person, listens to you? You don't have a lot of people in your life to listen to you. Get down to the brass tacks. What is it specifically that makes you keep coming back to this person and hanging on to something that should not be hung on to anymore? What are they leeching from you?
Just real quick. I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of tough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To try to pinpoint that, because you just so lost in that, in the sauce, the whole hypnosis thing. You so in it. It's with somebody, when you ask somebody that's not over that person yet, they gonna say everything. It's everything about that person. You know what I mean? Honestly and truthfully, it's nigga, if you ask a nigga back then, nigga, I don't know. I see her, I'm lit. She smile, I'm lit. We talk, I'm lit. You know what I mean? It's everything, it's just a different feeling. You just feel like it's you and that person and nobody else. And that feeling right there, it's ain't no way this not supposed to be, this is wrong. Ain't no way this is wrong. Ain't no way this is wrong. I feel like we in a room full of people. I'm looking at her, she looking at me, and I don't see or feel or hear nobody else. You know what I mean? But
Ain't no way it's feeling that good could be wrong.
All I'm saying is, man, getting over people is hard, but you need to realize that you need to realize your worth, take a step back, and really try to like push that narrative moving forward, man.
Taking a step back, bro, and putting yourself in the center of this narrative. Putting yourself in the center of this whole dynamic. Not seeing yourself as an extension of them or as a byproduct of their emotions. Like, you are the center. How is it affecting you? What are you losing? What are you gaining, if anything? And what would you lose and what would you gain if this person's not in your life no more? And then what could you do to get to that point where the gains are far outweigh the gains outweigh the cost, the benefits outweigh the cost. Where we at on time?
Yeah, we almost out of time. But appreciate y'all for tuning into a late night session. I know we kind of dove into a heavier topic that probably needs some further extension to talk about.
I feel like we answered a lot of questions we put in.
But if y'all got any questions or any replies to anything that was said tonight, if y'all want us to make a part 2, you know, anything, you know what I mean, hit us up. If you want to talk about experience by anything that y'all want us to know about, if y'all want us to put on a podcast, or if y'all just want us to read it ourselves and we can just reply to y'all anytime. Y'all know we got that link tree. You can direct message us, you can email us, you can DM us. You can hop in these comments right here, you know what I mean? It don't matter. Contact us, get at us. You know what I mean? Because this type of topic, it's like, it need more, you know, talk about. You know what I mean? But you know.
The whole point of all this stuff is to begin conversation that should be extended. We don't see ourselves as like the arbiters of all this. Like we are not the people who give the final word on any of this shit. This is just really just begin conversations that should be continued. That's the essence. That is our goal. These conversations even make it into one household and get talked about in a place that they have not been talked about before. We've done our job.
Yeah, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Another episode of season number 2. Man, we really do appreciate y'all. Keep rounding the numbers up. We just checked our stats. We done hit another milestone, over 200 listeners. You know what I mean? So we really do appreciate that love. You know what I mean? That's respect. Shout out to y'all. Y'all hop on that YouTube and show us that same love too. I really would appreciate it. And my guy would really much appreciate it too. You know what I mean? But like we said, hit us up anytime y'all want. Once again, appreciate y'all boys for tuning in. It's your boy Space in Between signing out.
Yes, sir.